Do not quit. Don't quit. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. On day 11, we talked about when to quit, when to let go, when to forgive, when to move on, when to stop doing something that wasn't right for us, wasn't good for us, wasn't what in our best interest. So this might seem like just the opposite information. Remember, we live in that polar universe, so sometimes we have to see both sides of the coin to understand that there are things for us on both sides of any discussion, both sides of anything. So today, we're going to look at the other side of when not to quit, when to keep going, when to keep trying. Quitting, I ascribe to the belief that we should keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. If we decided we want something, we are going to find a way, we're going to figure out a way to make it happen in our lives. And so I believe that we don't quit just because it gets tough, just because it's hard, just because it's challenging. Nowadays, everybody wants instant gratification, and they've forgotten how to work for the things that they want. They've forgotten how to work hard. If they try once or twice, and I personally cannot stand the word try. Oh, I'll try to do that. I'll try to do that. Well, you might as well just say, I'm not going to do it. Because if you're just going to try, that means I can't count on you to get it done, because if it gets tough or hard, or if you forget, or if something else better, a better opportunity comes up, then you're not going to do it because you're going to do the thing that's in your best interest. So I like to take the word try out of my vocabulary as much as possible. Now, my granddaughter's 9 months old and she's trying to walk. I want her to try and try and try again until she gets it right. So I will use the word try in those situations. But there's other situations where I don't want you to try. I want you to commit to something. I commit to things. I don't just try them. And I encourage you to do the same. So quitters never win, winners never quit. I'm sure you've heard that expression before, and I will attest to it being absolutely true. So often I've been faced with circumstances and situations where another person just would have given up and said, it's just not worth the effort. And I learned a long time ago that everything that's worthwhile in our life is worth the effort. We get out of things what we put into them. Like I used to always tell my kids, much to their dismay, you get out of school exactly what you put into it. Not usually more, definitely less, but way less than what you put into it. But you have to put yourself into it in order to get anything out of it. The same is true of anything worthwhile, anything of value. Relationships. If you don't put something into a relationship, why should somebody give you something back and be in a relationship with you? They shouldn't, right? Our relationships need to be mutually beneficial and not necessarily exactly reciprocal, but mutually beneficial, meaning we both get benefits out of the relationship, or why is there a relationship at all? And so I was thinking, I like to break words down. I like to think about what things mean, and I like to use acronyms. And so I was trying to think of QUIT, Q-U-I-T. What is something that QUIT stands for? And I came up first with quickly understand, I tried. Okay, well that's a way of getting yourself off the hook, right? Oh, I tried. I made 1 or 2 attempts, or I made 1 or 2 calls and people said no, so I'm not going to do this now. Or I tried to figure out this math assignment, but I couldn't figure it out, so I'm just not going to do it, and I'm going to see what happens. Or maybe I'm going to go to the tutor, or I'm going to go to the instructor, and I'm going to say, I don't get this, I need help, could you explain this to me another way? There's always a solution, there's always a way to figure out and do absolutely anything we could ever imagine or want. So why are we letting ourselves off the hook by quitting or not doing something? So I guess another one is quite underestimated the intense training. You know, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. I want to quit, but I know that just on the other side of this hump is the thing that I want, so I'm not going to quit. So I would be curious if you can come up with any quiet acronyms, because I love acronyms and things that mean something for quit. But I'm going to contend that for the most part, when we decide we want something, we commit to the outcome, not how we're going to get there, but we commit to the thing that we want, and then we commit to, we're going to figure it out. And it's not going to be the first way or the second way or maybe even the 100th way we decide that we're going to try to get there, but we're going to get to the destination and choose to not quit on the destination, even if we fail along the way to get there. Does that make sense? I hope so. It's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. Biggest lessons I learned from my dad is, you know, there's no such thing as can't, and if there's no such thing as can't, That means there's no reason for me to ever quit when I decide that I want something. Have you learned that lesson, or is that something that you can take away from this No Nonsense November? Thanks for listening. I will be with you tomorrow with another No Nonsense November. We only have 3 more days to go, so I have to read through my list quickly and see, okay, what are the 3 best lessons that I've learned that I haven't shared yet? And I will share those over the next 3 days. Have an awesome day. Any questions, hit me up. Comments, concerns, share those as well. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an amazing day.